going to do part C. We're asked to sketch this polynomial and use that sketch to solve the inequality. So first step, even if they don't ask you to do it, is going to be to sketch this graph. 2 minus x, 2x minus 1, x plus 3. It's a cubic, it's x cubed all together. They're relatively easy to sketch if it's nice and factorized like that. That's because we can find x-intercepts very easily. We always find x-intercepts by solving y equal to 0. And now if these three things multiply to give 0, then one of them is 0. So this would give us x is 2 or a half or minus 3. They're going to be our x-intercepts. For our y-intercept, we can just substitute x equals 0, and we will get 2 times minus 1 times 3. And that gives us minus 6, a y-intercept of minus 6. So our cubic is going to go through minus 3, a half, and 2. And cubics are either going to look like this, or they're going to look like this. Now we know the y-intercept is minus 6, so we can tell it's not going to look like this. We can tell it's got to go the other way. It's got to come up, go through minus 6 on the y-axis, and come this way. So we can tell it's got to look like that. We don't really know how far down it goes and how far up it goes here. We'd need calculus to sort that out, but we're not required to do that at this stage. But if we didn't have the y-intercept, the other way that we could tell which direction it was going is we could tell that, for example, note that as x tends to infinity, right, when x is a huge number, 100, we're going to get minus 98. We're going to get a negative number here multiplied by a positive number multiplied by a positive number. So when x tends to infinity, we're going to get a huge negative number. Y is going to tend to minus infinity. So we can tell it's got to be down here over this side. So it's got to have this shape here. Also, if you expand this out, it's actually going to be minus 2x cubed. That's the leading term. It's negative. So if the leading term is negative, we know it's got to come down on this side. So, in any case, we've got our x-intercepts and our y-intercepts. We know the general shape of a cubic, and so we can make sure it goes through those. So this is our graph of the polynomial in this inequality. Now, if we want to solve that inequality is less than or equal to 0, and we have a graph of it, then we're asking ourselves, when is that graph less than 0? When is the y value negative? Well, the y value is negative under here, and the y value is negative here. So between minus 3 and 2, so between minus 3 and 2, not 2, a half, and over here, x is greater than or equal to 2. So we know this inequality holds when these are true here. So let's just write down our answer. So 2 minus x, 2x minus 1, x plus 3 is less than or equal to 0 when minus 3 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to half, or x is greater or equal to 2. Now we can write that in set notation. X is in this set that goes from minus 3 to a half, including both those points, or, which is union, from 2, including 2, up to infinity. So we can write our answer in set notation like that.